Why stars quit Hollywood? Hollywood, the land of dreams, fame, and flashing cameras. We've all grown up watching celebrities chase fortune and the spotlight. But here's the twist. Some of the biggest stars in history looked at all of that and said, I'm done. That's right, from Cameron Diaz to Sean Connery, from Greta Garbo to Doris Day. These are the celebrities who shocked the world by walking away from the bright lights of Hollywood. Today, I'm breaking down why they left, where they went, and what they're doing now. And trust me, some of these will surprise you. Cameron Diaz, choosing peace over fame. Let's kick this off with Cameron Diaz because, wow, this one was a shocker. For over a decade, she was everywhere. The Mask, Charlie's Angels, Shrek. By the 2000s, she was making $20 million a film. But in 2014, Cameron walked away. No scandals, no drama, she just quit. Her reason? She said Hollywood consumed her life. She wanted to take control back, to focus on her family and her health. These days, she's happily running businesses, raising her daughter, and only recently teased a small comeback. But for nearly a decade, she lived proof that sometimes peace is worth more than fame. Greta Garbo, Hollywood's original mystery woman. In the 1930s and 40s, she was the biggest star alive. Then at just 36, she retired, moved to New York, and never acted again. Fans waited decades for her comeback, but it never came. To this day, people still wonder why she left. Some say it was burnout, others say she craved privacy. Either way, Garbo's silence only made her legend grow. Rick Moranis, fame versus family. Comedy legend. Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But in the 90s, tragedy struck when his wife passed away. And instead of chasing more roles, Rick walked away to raise his kids. For years, he lived a quiet life as a dad. Fans missed him but respected his choice. Only recently has he begun to reappear, proving that family will always come first. Number 7, Gene Hackman, a two-time Oscar winner. He gave us The French Connection, Unforgiven, Hoosiers. Then in 2004, at 74 years old, Hackman retired. No final curtain call, no goodbye press tour, just done. When asked why, he said, I've said what I needed to say. And honestly, that's one of the classiest exits in Hollywood history. Number 6, Meg Ryan, the queen of romantic comedies. When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, she defined an entire genre. But fame has a dark side. By the 2000s, the media obsession and constant scrutiny drove her away. Meg left the spotlight, choosing independence over pressure. Today, she occasionally directs, but her Hollywood chapter is mostly closed, and she seems happier for it. Number 5, Sean Connery, the original James Bond and one of the greatest to ever do it. But in 2003, after The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Connery retired. Fans begged for one last role. He refused. Connery made it clear he was done. He spent the rest of his life in peace, reminding us that legends know when to bow out. At number 4, Bridget Fonda, a rising star of the 90s with hits like Single White Female and Jackie Brown. Then in 2002, she stepped away completely. Marriage, family, and a quieter life became her new priority. When she resurfaced recently, fans asked if she'd ever return. Her answer was a simple no. Bridget Fonda left Hollywood behind and never looked back. Number 3, Phoebe Cates, an 80s icon unforgettable in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But at the height of her career, Phoebe walked away to raise her children and run a boutique in New York. She never chased a comeback because for her, life beyond Hollywood was the real dream. Number 2, Jack Nicholson, the wild man of Hollywood. The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Batman. For decades, he ruled the screen. But after 2010, he disappeared. Rumors of health problems spread, but Nicholson never explained. Today, he lives quietly in Los Angeles, rarely seen. For a man who once owned Hollywood, his silence says it all. And finally, number 1, Doris Day, the golden girl of the 50s and 60s, with blockbuster films and hit records. Then in the 80s, she walked away completely. She chose a quiet life, dedicating herself to animal welfare. She never returned to acting, but fans never stopped adoring her. Doris Day proved that sometimes the happiest ending is leaving it all behind. So there you have it. 10 stars who shocked the world by leaving fame behind. Some walked away for families, some for peace, others just because they had nothing left to prove. It makes you wonder, if you had it all, the money, the fame, the spotlight, would you keep chasing it, or would you give it all up for a quiet, peaceful life? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Because in Hollywood, the biggest stories aren't always about who made it big. Sometimes they're about who chose to walk away.